Joe, you can get up and leave. I'm totally fine with that. We'll open the door for you.
I may, and it's
Joe. You're going to be fine. You're going to stay there. You're good.
No. I'm totally okay with that. If you,
this is not emotional.
Yeah.
So right here is a masterclass in exposing hypocrisy, live on air. Patrick Bet David takes Joe Walsh to task, and what happens? Joe Walsh walks right into it. The guy is trying so hard to dodge, weave, and spin his way out of accountability, but Patrick Bet David, he's not letting up. Joe Walsh sits there claiming he's not a Democrat, but at the same time, he's defending his vote for Biden like his life depends on it. And when PBD presses him for real answers, the guy starts stammering, dodging, and eventually gets kicked off the show. This is exactly what happens when people refuse to own up to their own contradictions. Let's get into this heated debate between Patrick Bet David and Joe Walsh on the PBD podcast.
I'm not a Democrat. You can call me a son of a bitch and a dishonest opportunist. I'm not a Democrat.
You said you are glad you voted for Biden, and you said you're happy you did.
Yeah.
So you've had a year and a half to assess that vote, and you're still happy about it.
I don't regret that vote.
Okay, so what do you think?
Pat,
what the situation today? The situation we're in today. Why are we in the situation we are today?
No, stop, my friend.
Exactly. Let's get emotional.
Listen, listen.
Why are we in the situation we are today? Tell me.
I asked you a specific question.
Which is what?
Am I a Democrat?
Based on what you're saying that you don't regret your vote, of course you're a Democrat.
That makes me a Democrat, even though I'm not a Democrat and I'm not a registered Democrat.
Because you supported policies of a Democrat.
Pat,
if I vote for a Democrat or a Republican,
Republicans and independents voted for Biden.
If I claim I'm non-emotional,
come on, man. It's a nice podcast, but you got to fucking deal in facts.
If I claim I'm non-emotional, which you're saying you're not, okay.
Pat,
if I claim I'm not, what part of your vote today?
Did independents vote for Biden in 2020?
What part of your vote today?
See, he just doesn't listen.
Because you haven't answered my question yet.
How much longer is this, guys?
You haven't answered
I'm having a ball.
I mean, this is getting embarrassing. Joe Walsh is flailing so hard right now that even PBD's team's wondering how much longer they have to listen to this. It's wild because Joe Walsh keeps saying he doesn't regret his vote, but he also can't name a single Biden policy that he's actually happy with. So which is it, Joe Walsh? You don't regret the vote, but you also don't like what Biden has done? Make it make sense. Patrick Bet David is laying the perfect trap, and Joe is walking right into it over and over again.
You haven't answered the question yet.
No, I'm sitting 5 feet from you.
I get that, 3 feet.
Listen,
so what?
3 feet.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you to your face, I am not a registered Democrat.
What part of the policies you voted for are you happy with today?
I'm not happy with... Let me finish a thought,
I want to hear it. Policies.
As I've said before, I'm not happy with the vast majority of policies Biden has done.
Yeah.
I'm not a Democrat. I don't regret my vote.
Yeah.
Plenty of independents and Republicans voted for Biden too, Pat. They're not Democrats. Maybe they regret their vote, but they're not Democrats.
But that's a difference, though.
No, you called me a Democrat,
that's a different, though. You supported...
You know what? You're un-American.
You supported Democratic policy.
You're un-American.
You can't say that. Why would you say that?
It's your opinion.
Because he's calling... No, exactly.
It's your opinion.
How stupid, Adam, is it for me to say that?
But if you can...
It's not true.
If you can validate the point...
But Pat sits there and says, I'm a
But
Democrat.
if you validate the point, I'll take it.
I love you, man, and this isn't emotional.
If you validate the point, say it.
But there's no point.
Well, Pat,
then tell me your policies.
There's no point.
What policies you voted for? What policies you voted for?
Pat,
are you happy for the vote?
Pat,
yes.
I'm not going to tell you a damn thing if you continue to call me a Democrat.
Then tell me what policies you don't support.
No.
Then tell me what policies you don't.
I'm not.
Then
I'm a Democrat.
Because tell me the policies.
Hey Tyler, how much longer?
Tell me the policies.
Okay.
Joe, you can get up and leave. I'm totally fine with that. We'll open the door for you.
I may, and it's
Joe. You're going to be fine. You're going to stay there. You're good.
No. I'm totally okay with that. If you,
this is not emotional.
Yeah.
And there it is, folks. The breaking point. Patrick Bet David has had enough, and honestly, I don't blame him. Joe Walsh was given every opportunity to explain his position, and instead of answering straight, he just kept dodging, deflecting, and getting defensive. PBD gave him the door, and honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Joe actually took it. If you can't handle being asked basic questions about your own beliefs, then maybe you shouldn't be debating in the first place. This debate between Patrick Bet David and Joe Walsh really seems to be at its tipping point.
It really isn't.
So they give me a logical answer.
I'm not stop for a minute.
Yeah. You said it's not emotional.
I left the Republican Party 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I did not join the Democratic Party. I am an independent right now.
Mm-hmm.
So do not call me a Democrat.
But tell me what policies you supported that today are working, of Biden's policies.
I'd have a hard time picking. I can give you one.
Sure.
I'm glad Biden got us out of Afghanistan. I'll give you two. I like the simple infrastructure bill, the bipartisan infrastructure bill that Biden signed into law. Those are two that I approve. The vast majority of things Biden did, I don't support.
So you support the way we left Afghanistan?
Absolutely. I support us getting out of Afghanistan.
Let's clarify that. Do you support us getting out, or you support the way we left?
I'll answer that. I supported us getting out.
Because that started under Trump and the Doha agreements.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend. Yeah, that was a promise of Trump's that I supported. And I'm glad Biden got it done. And I believe that any way we would have gotten out of Afghanistan was going to be ugly and messy, and it was. But I respect Biden for having the balls for doing it.
This right here is why Patrick Bet-David is one of the best in the game. He doesn't let people spin, dodge, or BS their way out of accountability. Joe Walsh tried every trick in the book to avoid answering simple questions, and in the end, he got called out and exposed right in front of everyone. When you vote for someone, you should be able to defend why. But Joe Walsh, he couldn't do it. And that is why he got shown the door. Another W for Patrick Bet-David. Let me know what you guys think. Did Joe Walsh completely crumble or what? Thanks for watching my commentary on this interview with Joe Walsh on the PBD podcast. Take care.